So, I noticed that there were no book things or videos about dogs of the Drowned City. If you've read this, I hope you liked it, because it was awesome. But this is not the first book. This is the first book I have, but I don't know where it is. I also have the second book. I don't know where that is either. And just got this pre-ordered from Amazon. I only read like 20 pages so far. I got it yesterday. It's called The Return. The first two books were really good. It's super sad, actually. It's my favorite book. And it's about this dog named Shep. And he's a German Shepherd. Right here, that's Shep. Well, as you can notice, his nose is huge and looks like it's about to fall off of his head. And his eyes are bulging out of his head. And this right here is just a horrible picture. I mean, look at his legs. But yeah, by Daniel Lawrence. A good person. A good author person, yeah. By Scholastic, too. Yeah, but I don't like the cover. The first cover was like super good. The second cover was, well, the legs are kind of messed up, and this is just ugly. Downright ugly. So, yeah. It's like a super good book. So, yeah, I'll tell you what it's about now. So, this dog, Shep, he, in the first book, there's a storm, and it's in Florida. It takes place in Florida. I forgot where, like Miami, Florida, or something like that. Yeah, so there's a storm coming. I keep forgetting the first part. Shep he was a fight dog, and yeah. And he got out, and the cops came and stuff, and he got out, and then he got adopted by a family. And his best friend's name was Zeus. He's a boxer. He's right. You can't really see it very well. Right there, he's a boxer. So, yeah, and he's played with them in the dog park, and then the storm was coming. So all the families evacuated, and he just wants to stay home and wait for his boy. And then there's this dog, her name is Callie. And she, there's my dog. And and there's the cat. And she gets stuck on a grate, whatever a freaking grate is. My question. And, then she ends up convincing him to come out, and they start roaming the city and all that fun stuff, etc. or dot something, I don't know. And then it's cold out here, jeez. And then they this girl dog, Callie, she's what they call these big dogs. German Shepherds are big dogs. They call little dogs little yappers. Which is kind of odd. So, Chihuahua, not just Chihuahuas, like Welsh Corgis, Norwegian Elk Hounds, Spits, the small dogs, even Beagles probably, pretty sure. So, yeah, and calls them little yappers. And I'm not done with the first book. Jeez, I'm slow at this. And then they go around and they unlock doorknobs with their teeth and stuff. Zeus ends up coming along. He just has a bad mood the whole entire time. And then he says he's done with it, and he calls Shep king of the yappers because he's like nice to them and he protects them because those are most of the only dogs that he rescues. And then, Zeus is just getting fed up with it and he leaves. And at the end of the book, you end up finding out that he joins the wild dogs. Yeah, I'll tell you about that when I get to it. Yeah, oops. And then freaking, man, I'm stuck. And then, well, they have a pack. They have a little pack, and Chip's trying to run it, and they all call him Alpha, and, cha-cha-cha. And then they go, and they're trying to find a place to stay and shelter and crap. What the heck? What's that? Oh, it's creepy out here. God. And then, oh, God, I keep getting stuck. Why am I so stupid? And then they find this, like a pet store. There's this Lassie dog. Her name is Guinea. She's always talking about, oh, Lassie's my hero. And, oh, I know she's not called a Lassie dog. She's a collie. And she's all, Lassie's my hero. And she talks about seeing him on TV and stuff. She's just crazy. And then she's like a pampered pet. And then, she has a freaking creepy noise. And then she ends up freaking bringing them to this, like pet salon place thing, more like a pet store. And they break in somehow. And so they break in through like this broken window, and there's boards over the window. Somehow they get the board undone, I forgot. And they get in there, and they eat food, it's all nice. It's 2 stories. It's a book. I can't exactly tell you what happened. And then, the wild dogs come, and whoop-de-doo, Zeus, Zeus, I just told you about him. He ends up being the leader of the wild dogs. No, he's not the leader. He's one of the, like a beta, a high rank. And he ends up fighting Shep. But before that, there's this little dog. His name is Frizzle. I'm thinking he's a French bulldog. He's like black, and they were talking about he has bat ears and crap. And so, yeah, and then he's so annoying. Shep totally hates this dog. Well, not like hates, like wants to kill, but like so annoying. And him and Callie, he like likes Callie, and him and Callie are, like boyfriend and girlfriend. And then, she's freaking creepy out here. And then, Frizzle is with them, and him and Shep went around door to door trying to save dogs, and him and had to get teamed up only alone. And so Frizzle was talking about how he could beat up Shep, even though Shep is a huge fight dog, and Frizzle's just this little house pet. And so, yeah, but they don't fight. I'm just telling you that, because when the dogs come, Shep just thinks he's just saying that, and that he's not brave. But when the dogs come, when the wild dog pack tries to invade, everyone works together. They tip over Shep, use it upstairs. The little dogs stay up there and throw stuff down at the wild dogs. And then, and before all this big stuff happened, Frizzle gets killed by the wild dogs. It's like super sad. I just about cried. Like seriously, because he fought up against them really good. And and they threw him against a wall and he was out. And they said their prayers and crap, and oh my God, it was just so sad. It was so sad. And then, yeah, and then they throw kibble and crap, and then Zeus and Shep come together, and they're just about to fight. And he's like, fine, fight me, or are you going to back down and let's eat your little yapper friend or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then, right before he's about to be turned into dog food, whoop-de-doo. I keep saying that word. It's fun to say, whoop-de-doo, 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 shapoopy. That one's fun too, shapoopy. And then, You know I can hear me out there. It's kind of creepy. And then, yeah. And then the big, after hurricanes, there's a big, humongous wave. So then the wave comes through the window, and he grabs one of the little dogs, and he jumps up on top of the shelf. And then, by the time the wave went out, yeah, he saw wild dog carcasses, that's what it said. And there will be a part 2.